Hello, hello. Hello. How is everyone doing today? No, hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Hello. Go. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing amazing. Hello, Hiro. Hello, Mark. Hello. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And thank you. My mom is definitely feeling a little bit better. But grief comes and goes. It's been a little bit since I've streamed. So I have a little bit to catch you up on. Yeah? English is hard. Go. Okay, so reason why I've had to delay, and the reason why I haven't been streaming as much lately is because I'm quite behind on offline work. I'm trying to edit and upload my VODs to my YouTube. I am also working on projects with Kirachi for my Kiss. Funnily enough, we tried to get a song done by the end of November, and we had pretty much everything that we could, but some stuff happened with the audio, and we couldn't make a video without the audio, so yeah, so we actually are going to move that song to a different month, but we're also working hard on something new for this month. Hi. And then, this week I also went to the zoo with my mama. I got to see, real life red pandas. It was super awesome. They were super cute. And it's funny because a lot of people who were there said that they were they're never out. So we were very lucky to see them and to see them so active. I got to see a lot of different animals actually, and my mom and I had quite the experience at the zoo actually. My mom's favorite animal is a cheetah, and so we got to see 2 cheetahs. One cheetah got pretty close up, but then it ended up spraying a rock. It was really funny. My mom thought she caught it on video, but accidentally didn't. which was really unpog, but you know, it happens. What else? There was a turkey that was like kept following me around its enclosure. There were some pelicans that were like really close. Like if you put your finger through like a netting thing, it would definitely, you could definitely touch it, which I thought was interesting. But definitely don't touch a pelican. Those beaks are sharp and strong. Then we got to see a cougar, and the cougar was pretty close too, and the cougar had no idea what to think of me. They saw my red panda ears, and they were like, "What are you? What are you?" And it ended up like making like a cute little sound, and then looked directly at me and hissed at me. But it was really cute because she kept trying to sniff me, and so I like went around the enclosure where the glass was, and it was really cute because she was trying so hard to sniff me and trying to figure out what the heck I was. I had a lot of eye contact with a lot of animals that day. It was pretty awesome. Also, I've been dealing with some family stuff on the side. I don't really want to go into extreme detail on that because it's still kind of like a little bit up in the air. So until I get more information and everything, I will talk to you guys about it. But until then, just know that I'm very, very busy in trying to get stuff done and all that stuff. So there may be a few streams, but I'm going to stream as much as I possibly can. And but yeah, I'm also working a lot on a bunch of other things. But yeah, so that's the catch up. That's the catch up. I'm gonna play some more Corpse Factory today. We'll see if we can finish it today. I know I said that last time, but I really think that we'll be able to finish it today. I really want to know what kind of ending we got. I don't think I have anything else to say. Gojiro is alive. Tomoe will survive. Noriko will survive. And Aoi will die. That's my theory. You don't have to agree with me, but that's my theory. Alrighty. Let us continue. So we last left off, Aoi followed Tomoe home and almost strangled her to death, but Shinya was there, and helped her out. They tied her up, and then Shinya released Aoi from being tied up, and she took him home. Because he apparently wants to kill Noriko. He said, "I'll let you go if you kill Noriko." So yeah, that was kind of turn of events. So Shinya wants Noriko dead as well. So Aoi is going to use Shinya. Let's get started. Go, 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 Shinya bows politely and removes his shoes. He places them carefully in front of the doorstep and takes a stride forward. He takes a good look around before turning to me.
You have a nice place.
Okay. Oh please, I wish you would cut the formalities. We're here to discuss serious business. He's acting like we're new co-workers or something. I walk over to the door and make sure it's fully closed. I slide the deadbolt into place.
The door is locked.
I whisper this under my breath so Shinya can't hear me.
The door is locked.
I can't tell if she's like gonna murder him or this is just her anxiety stuff. Repeating phrases like this has become a sort of mantra. It helps me concentrate. When I'm about 90% sure the door is actually locked, I wander back to Shinya. It takes all my willpower to refrain from turning back and checking once more. Okay, so it's her anxiety. I see. Thankfully, Shinya distracts me from my inner turmoil.
Is everything you told me true? I want to make sure I have all the facts straight.
Yes, it's true. All of it.
Truth intermingled with lies is still the truth, right? I lucked out until I left the two of us alone in her apartment. If I had had to explain things to her, I would have had to give her inside information on the Human Removal Service's operations. Anything less could have clashed with her existing knowledge and caused her to doubt me. But, since I only had to explain things to Shinya, I had already determined that Shinya wasn't in the loop, so I concocted a convincing lie in order to secure his cooperation. And he bought it.
Just want to get my head around it. Noriko Kurosawa is Corpse Girl. She's the one that was behind the initial string of murders across the city. She delivered photos and corpses to her victims in order to convince them that they would die soon. And that had the effect of causing people to kill themselves. Almost a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Of course, all of this part is true, kind of. Shinya doesn't need to know that I acted behind the scenes and brought the victims low by my own hand. Those acts of violence almost seem like a distant memory. No, I was so committed to eating Noriko that I couldn't think of anything else. Hold on, let me get some water. Allergies this season are horrendous. I don't know if anyone else has been affected by the seasonal allergies, but in the end, my assistance didn't help my own situation. I only propelled Noriko's ego into the stars and continued to suffer my cursed half-existence.
It wasn't long before another group started killing people in much the same way as Noriko did. A group called the Human Removal Service.
Sorry about that.
They've killed hundreds, if not thousands of people in the past.
Sorry about that. A group called the Human Removal Services. They've killed hundreds, if not thousands of people in the past months. Again, all true so far.
And you were enslaved by Noriko? Forced against your will to infiltrate the Human Removal Service and bring them down from the inside?
That's right.
No, that's not true. Hey, he's an effing idiot.
That explains why you want to kill Noriko. You want to be free from her, even if it isn't exactly the legal thing to do.
Legal? What kind of pedestal is this guy standing on? He specifically requested assistance to do the exact same thing. He wants Noriko dead, just like I do.
But if I remember correctly, you only managed to learn one important thing about the Human Removal Service, right?
Yes.
The group is made up of dozens of members. Dozens of people that all masquerade as the leader, known as the Herald.
Yeah?
There's no single person responsible for the murders. It's the joint effort of a large group, all striking across the city simultaneously. Am I correct?
Dang. And there's the real kicker. He's absolutely spot on. I didn't mind sharing this tidbit of information with him. It does nothing to assist with his investigation. And rubbing the lie that I was Noriko's lackey in a blanket of truth makes everything all the more convincing.
Yes, that's right.
Phew, okay. I think I understand everything. Thank you for your help.
There's one thing I'm not entirely comfortable about. Shinya hasn't been forthcoming with his reasons for wanting Noriko dead. If I don't air the question, I feel like he will never address it.
Can you tell me why you want to kill Noriko?
He tries to back away from the question by twiddling his thumbs and pretending to examine the nearby wall.
Shinya, I need to know. Otherwise, how can I trust you?
Trust. It's a word that always made me laugh. How can I trust anybody? I couldn't even trust my own parents, the people who swore to raise me and protect me. My mother hit me when I misbehaved, when I overslept by 5 minutes or raised my voice ever so slightly. I was a child. How could I ever trust her not to lash out at me? My father? How could I ever trust him after he killed me? And Noriko? Noriko, the one friend I opened up to, the one person who knew all about my struggles. She betrayed me. She kept her perfect life out of reach, taunted me with it, dangled it in front of me like a carrot on a string. And when I asked her to share her life with her, she completely misinterpreted it. She told me she loved me, told me she wanted to be with me. She wanted to shower me with gifts, hold my hand, be intimate with me. She wanted to be my girlfriend, but how could I ever be intimate with her after what I went through? She didn't understand me. She didn't understand that I wanted to be her, not be with her. She wanted to trade lives with me, so how could I ever trust her? That's such a messed up way of thinking. You won't trade your life with me? I don't trust you. Oh my goodness. How could I trust her when she said she loved me, but wasn't willing to make a sacrifice to make me happy? Everyone is so full of crap, and I'll never trust anyone again. Junpei spends every day trying to prove his love to me. He assists me with my compulsive behavior. He helps me do my shopping, helps me keep my apartment neat and tidy. Do I trust him? No. I know what he wants from me. He's no better than Noriko. He's willing to jump through hoops for me in the hope that he'll eventually conquer my flesh. Even when he tries to out with my compulsions, I don't have full faith in him. He takes it upon himself to complete my checklist of rituals in order to spare me the stress. But more often than not, I still have to go ahead and double check everything just to make sure he didn't F anything up. If I can't even trust him with that, then I know I'll never be able to trust another soul with anything. Looking at Shinya now, pacing nervously around my apartment, I decide to put any stock into what he says next. There's no way in hell that I'll believe whatever comes out of his mouth.
Noriko is my friend, but
What?
my father, Chief Detective Fujikawa, in case you didn't know, has declared her the prime suspect of our investigation.
Okay.
Thing is, Father isn't the most lenient person, and he's been cracking under stress lately. If he finds Noriko, if he arrests her, there will be no trial. She'll simply get life behind bars. Guaranteed.
Shinya hangs his head and I hear a quiet sob.
Is that our country's idea of justice? She doesn't deserve anything less than death for her crimes.
That's a little harsh. I don't think anyone necessarily particularly deserves to die. but especially if she's your friend. Like, you were like, she's my friend, but
Letting her live safely behind bars isn't a punishment. It's an act of mercy.
is it?
I want to ensure Noriko receives true justice, fitting judgment for the lives she destroyed.
I mean, that's valid, but what kind of life do you get behind bars, man? What he's saying just doesn't add up. How does he know she won't receive the death penalty? It's true that it's not a common punishment, but it is still legal in this country, especially for cases of mass murder. Does she need have information that I don't?
I need to find her.
I'm a sign. She's not technically responsible for anything. It's all Aloe.
I need to hand her the justice that my father is too cowardly to deliver.
No, your father is following the law. Whatever. I'm already sick of this guy. He acts like he's been personally wronged by Noriko's crimes. Like he's so high and mighty and knows what's best. I doubt he knew a single person that Noriko killed.
Fine. To be honest, I don't really care about your reasons. As long as you want Noriko dead, then our goals are the same. But I have to ask, will you turn yourself into the police after you kill her?
Once again, Shinio hangs his head.
I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't.
He leaves his sentence hanging in midair. It wasn't exactly a confirmation.
There's only one problem. I have no idea where Noriko's hiding. She doesn't live in her apartment anymore. She doesn't show up to her office. I know that she has a factory that she runs her operation from, but I can't find it.
I see. I might be able to help. Tomoe and Noriko used to spend a lot of time together.
Oh, you mother hacker.
Not sure what they used to get up to, but I checked the travel history on Tomoe's IC card, and she made a lot of trips to Shinokubo.
Her IC card? For people traveling by train every day, buying single-use tickets is often a pain in the ass. Reusable IC cards are much more convenient. You can top them up with money and simply swipe them at the ticket gates to have your train fare automatically deducted. Best of all, they keep a record of your transaction history and the stations you've traveled to recently. The fact that Shinya even thought to look at Tomoe's travel history makes me want to reconsider my initial assessment of this guy's detective skills.
Shinokubo, you say?
Yeah, can't imagine what she was doing there, but all the dates she traveled to that station coincide with days she claimed to be hanging out with Noriko.
I still don't think Shinya realizes that Tomoe was in on Noriko's operation. Regardless, this is valuable information. Chances are good that Noriko and Tomoe spent a lot of time together at their factory, and that factory may very well be located in Okubo. I'll feed this information to Junpei and see what he makes of it. Perhaps he knows something I don't.
Thanks for the info. That's enough for today. I'll contact you when I locate Noriko.
Is she gonna try and have Shinya kill her? He's not capable of actual murder, I don't think.
Say, just one more thing.
What is it?
If you've been wanting to kill her, then why haven't you just called her and asked her to meet up with you?
That is something I was kind of thinking about after last week's stream of this. I was like, if she really wants to kill Noriko, Noriko literally called her and said, "Can I live with you?" And all she did was get upset. And it's like, you could have invited her over and just killed her right then and there. Like, what? He thinks he's so clever. He thinks he has everything all worked out. He doesn't know crap.
It's not that easy.
Is it?
I need to find where she's living and running her operation from.
Why? Why?
I want to destroy everything involved with Corpse Girl.
Oh, I see.
I want to burn her factory to the ground.
More lies. Lies on top of lies. Oh, so she's lying about that? Eh? The truth of the matter is that Noriko knows perfectly well my intentions for her, even if she temporarily forgets it during moments of delirium. Then, how come we've met up with her so many times? I'm so confused. What? She would never agree to meet up with me. Not now. Oh, I see, I see. Things were different not so long ago, but I missed that opportunity. Noriko worked out my position in the human removal service. She figured out that I'm the herald, the one responsible for slicing and dicing. Oh, I see, I see. She doesn't know that there's more than one herald, but that's irrelevant. And she doesn't know that I'm responsible for the mass of bodies littered across Tokyo thanks to Corpse Girl's website. However, as long as she knows I'm a threat, she'll never agree to meet up with me. How she came to the conclusion that I'm the enemy is beyond me. She's a sharp person despite teetering on the edge of a total breakdown. It doesn't matter, the point is I can't simply call and meet up with her. Besides, I actually do want to locate the factory just as much as I want to locate her. The factory is where I'll plan myself. It's where I'll start my life anew. It's where I'll grow and blossom into the new Corpse Girl once I've taken over Noriko's identity. Shinya's contemplating my answer. It seems good enough for him.
Fair enough. You want to see Corpse Girl completely and utterly defeated. I get that.
No, Shinya! She wants to become her!
That's your idea of justice.
Shinya. 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 Did you forget what we did? What Noriko did to help you out? With your situation in the office? Oh my goodness gracious. He's such a daddy's boy. Agreeing with him will make this ordeal of a conversation end quicker.
I'm going to get some rest. So...
Okay. I understand. Call me when you locate Noriko, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Farewell then.
He makes his way to the door and I don't take my eyes off him until he disappears through the portal. When he's gone, I tiptoe toward the door and continue. Confirm it's fully closed. I make sure the door is snugly nestled in the wooden frame. I lock the door handle, then slide the deadbolt into place.
The door is locked.
What is it?
The door is locked.
I can't be certain. To my eyes fail me on a daily basis that betray my mind with illusions and phantoms. The door seems to be locked. But why should I trust my eyes? I don't trust anyone. Why should I trust parts of myself? I can't even see colors clearly. Red, green, whatever. I can't see anything without the aid of glasses. The door is to be locked. It has to be, otherwise I won't be able to walk away. I won't be able to stop thinking about it until I come back and check again and again and again and again.
The door is locked.
I turn away, take a deep breath, and then immediately turn back.
Door is locked. Door is locked.
I'm pretty sure the deadbolt is in place. It certainly looks in place. I'm so exhausted. I'm tired of the routines and rituals. Why can't I just walk away? If I walked away, the problem wouldn't exist. I wouldn't be stuck standing here, checking and double-checking something so trivial. If I could walk away, I wouldn't be so full of stress, so worked up about things that ultimately don't matter. Another deep breath, and I take a step back.
Door's locked.
I turn, run, dash, I sprint through the room, sprint through the hallway. I slam my body into my bedroom door, throwing it wide open. I collapse on my bed. I ignore the nagging in my brain telling me that the door is unlocked. I ignore it until it feels too real, and I have to scratch at my flesh just to distract myself. I pull my pillow over my head and hold it tightly around my face. I'm safe here, safe in my bed. The door's locked. Locked. I try to convince myself to fall asleep, tell myself I'll feel better after I rest. I hope I locked the front door. Wednesday morning, September 25th.
So yeah, I reckon I'll have some work for you soon. The other heralds have been keeping the numbers up.
Okay.
There just haven't been any requests for this area lately, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm only half listening to Junpei. He said something about why I haven't been tasked with killing anyone lately, but I don't really care about the reasons. Junpei's the only one in contact with the leader of the human removal service. I just take orders like all the other heralds. Not that I've met any of them. Every herald has their own district, their own turf. If a request comes through our website, it gets allocated to the herald closest to the victim. It must have been a week since I last got to kill, maybe 2 weeks. It's not that I like the killing, it's not that I want to do it. I fulfill the request simply as a way to antagonize Noriko. It's my role to play in backing her into a corner and shutting down Corpse Girl. And so far, thanks to my contributions to the human removal service, we have been incredibly successful. Corpse Girl is all but a distant memory to the general public. If people really want to request somebody's death, they come to us, not to her. I don't plan on remaining with this group for much longer. After all, Noriko is pretty much already broken. She's a wreck. Once I find her, I'll possess her and quit this group. Then I'll finally have the life I always wanted, Noriko's life. I'll resurrect Corpse Girl when I feel like it. I'll use my inside knowledge on the Human Removal Service's operations to bring them down myself. After that, I'll be able to spend my days in peace, living free of fear, finally comfortable in being the girl I want to be. I'll truly be Noriko.
Yo, babe, you in there?
I suppose I drifted too far away. I rub my eyes, look at Junpei, and flash him my sweetest fake smile.
I'm okay. Sorry, Honey Bear. I'm very tired.
Honey Bear.
Oh, don't sweat it. You want me to grab you a cup of coffee?
That would be lovely. You always know how to make me feel better.
Of course. I'm on it, babe. You wait right there.
Junpei stumps away and heads behind the bar, leaving me alone in this empty section of the cafe. I take a seat on one of the cardboard boxes lining the wall. The box is solid thanks to being packed full of various canned drinks. The Maid Cafe belongs to us in the early hours of the morning. The place doesn't open until noon, so there's no one here this early. I have my own keys these days, regardless of whether or not I'm supposed to. Junpei suggested we use this place as a makeshift base of operations after I decided I was going to continue working here. That was some time ago now. Originally, I truly had planned to quit. I was going to work with Noriko. My manager at the time used to drive me insane. I couldn't wait to get away, but after I killed him, things weren't so bad. The new manager is great. He doesn't pressure me to work shifts I don't want to. He doesn't let customers take advantage of the staff. Neither the new manager nor the other staff members care that Junpei and I meet up down here. It's not like we leave any incriminating evidence behind either. It's simply an easy place for us to meet up and talk, since Junpei lives so far away from me. The added benefit is that we have access to cheap drinks and food thanks to my employee discount, so hanging out here is actually quite pleasant. I wait for a while longer while Junpei to return. I could really use a coffee right now. His return is heralded by the thump of heavy feet against the tile
Got you,
floor.
fam.
Ew! Junpei sidles up to me and hands me my favorite drink. A tall iced coffee with an extra espresso shot and a dollop of ice cream.
Oh, you're the best, baby.
Yeah, I know it.
you. He giggles in his insanely irritating high-pitched way and begins to chug down his own latte.
So I wanted to ask
Insanely
you a favor.
irritating.
Anything for you, honeybee.
Ugh. A tuft of milky foam sits on his top lip, and I have to hold myself back from stabbing him in the Owie! What the frick, man? I thought Noriko was bad. You're freaking horrible. I have to hold myself back from stabbing him in the face. Alright then.
Noriko apparently spent a lot of time in Shin Okubo with her accomplice Tomoe.
Shin Okubo, huh? Good old K-Town. What'd they go there for? Karaoke?
Doubt it. Noriko sounds like a drowning cat when she sings.
Okay then.
And what?
Well, I'd like to think that's where the factory is located.
Oh, gotcha. Ooh, you could be onto something. Trip from Kojiro's mark to Shin Okubo wouldn't take that long. Since they used to move a lot of bodies around, it's definitely a viable location.
I agree.
Right on, I'll look into it. I'll track down factories in that area and get my troops to investigate each one.
I'm careful not to let him see me roll my eyes. By his troops, he means the guys he plays online games with. A bunch of teenagers that all look up to him because he's a top-ranked player. They're not involved with the human removal service, they're just pawns that Junpei uses to complete legwork around town. Sadly, they're happy to serve him because they all see him as their sensei.
Well, let me know what you find out. I'm itching to get this all over with. My love.
It's increasingly difficult to act pleasant around Junpei. My mouth tries to clamp itself shut every time I use a pet name or affectionate term. I know that my time to discard him is near. Once I become Noriko, then...
Count on me, sweetums.
Ugh.
Now drink up and get your energy back.
I take a sip of my iced coffee and can nearly taste it. Because my tongue is dead, the food and drinks I consume need to be extra strong or sweet for me to have a chance of enjoying the flavor. But Junpei doesn't know this. He just thinks I have a sweet tooth. He can think whatever he wants, because I just don't care. Okay then. Thursday morning, September 24th. A message from Junpei arrives while I'm laying in the fetal position on my couch. Junpei, free Wi-Fi. Hey cutie, the guys checked out a bunch of factories yesterday and got the location. Hit me up. I have to read the message twice to make sure my eyes aren't deceiving me like usual. Does he truly have the location I've been looking for? I take a calming breath. I don't want to jump to conclusions, especially with something involving Junpei. He has a tendency to exaggerate and may just be trying to get me excited about some useless information. I send him a short reply requesting the info. I instantly receive a thumbs up emote, then the text box changes to an animated ... as Junpei composes his follow-up message. The wait is agonizing. If Junpei pulls through from here, I might finally learn Noriko's location. If it all pans out, then everything could be over by tonight. It's hard to not get excited about the prospect. It's hard not to get ahead of myself. I could leave my death behind and never look back. I could become Noriko and live the happy life she has been keeping to herself all these years. The message finally arrives on my screen. It's an address, not that I expected anything else. A street name and a factory number in the Shin Okubo area. One more message from Junpei comes through. My guys saw a chick matching Noriko's description inside that factory. They thought she was a zombie. Ha! Go check it. This is it. As long as this information is solid, I've located Noriko's factory. My entire body begins to shake. An icy chill washes over me as though I've just walked into a cold shower. It's a strange sensation for a dead girl to feel. Pain doesn't affect me, and yet the cold is something I can never banish from my bones. No time to focus on that. I have to stay calm. I need to concentrate and pull myself together. I launch myself up from the couch and collect the backpack hanging from the coat rack. I unzip it, run my hands through its contents, and convince myself that everything I need is within. After swinging the bag over my shoulder, I throw open the apartment door and venture outside. Ruh-roh! The factory is a rundown mess. How anyone can live here is beyond me. I suppose I'll just have to find a way to make it feel like home. Maybe once I'm inside Noriko's skin, I'll be able to understand why she is comfortable here. Yeah, the more I look at it, the better it seems. This will be my home. I'll be Noriko and live here happily ever after. I'll sit back and enjoy the life that she has been withholding from me. Firstly, I need to find somewhere to change my clothes. I can't kill someone if I'm wearing my nice dress. That's just not acceptable. I did consider changing at home, but then I would have scored funny looks from people on the train right over here. Is it strange that a dead girl fears entering a socially awkward situation? I always go out of my way to avoid uncomfortable situations. Perhaps that's just a remnant of the life I once knew. Something that I just can't quite leave behind. It's the same as my obsession compulsions. They cling to me like carrion flies swarming over my corpse. I shouldn't be worried about any of those things, but dead or not, my mind just can't discard the anxieties that shape my entire life. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I trapping myself in pointless thoughts? My goal is right in front of me. Noriko is on the other side of that brick wall, completely unaware of what is about to happen. A heavy-handed slap to my face doesn't sting, but it causes me to reevaluate what I'm doing. Focus. First, I'll change into the gear provided to me by the human removal service. Then I'll shimmy into the factory through an open window. I'll locate Noriko and drive a knife into her chest. I'll pluck her still beating heart from her body like a ripe strawberry. And then I'll carve my name into the pulsating, blood-spurting organ. What the frick? Noriko's life will be over, and I'll be reborn. I'll baptize myself in her lifeblood and become the girl I've always wanted to be. And I'll be happy. Happy just like Noriko. Noriko isn't happy! That smiling, carefree girl that I spent my youth with. The girl that faced her mother's attempted suicide with a stoic smile. The girl that didn't flinch when her father walked out. The girl that stayed inside day after day when the outside world just became too scary to face. The happy, carefree girl without a single real problem. She never knew how good her life was. She wouldn't have lasted a day in my shoes. I hate her so much. I'm going to become her. My backpack hits the ground with a dull impact. I tear my yellowed sundress from my shoulders and let it fall to the ground, just like a snake shed its skin. The cool afternoon breeze bites my naked skin and makes my tiny hairs across my face stand on end. Why can't the dead feel the cold? The dead shouldn't feel anything. I crouch and rummage through my backpack, withdrawing my change of clothes. Slowly, calmly, deliberately, I dress myself in the dark gear that marks me as a herald, one of many. I note the confronting weight of 4 knives concealed within my jacket. Oh, comforting weight. 1 in each sleeve and 2 against my chest. It's important to be armed to the teeth. After donning every article, I pull a broad mask out of the bag. A mask in the likeliness of Corpse Girl, my enemy, and my future identity. I slide the mask over my face, and a curtain of calm descends over me. This is the last time I march forward in the name of the Human Removal Service. This is for my own personal agenda. The scheming of that rebellious group of killers no longer guides my hand. The time has come. I approach the factory's front entrance and try the door simply out of curiosity. I don't expect Noriko to have lowered her guard so much, and yet the door swings open. She has left it unlocked. A mistake I would never have made thanks to my overbearing compulsions. Hello, Rings! Hello, hello! you! Thank you for the hydrate, thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it, appreciate it. I'm glad you're doing well, Wraith. I'm doing pretty alright. We are finishing this story today. Aoi is much scarier than Noriko. This place reeks of death. Wow! Oh my goodness, Hiro! Thank you for gifting us so. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Go, go. Arigato, arigato. You're very sweet. Thank you so much. If I wasn't so accustomed to the smell, I'd probably vomit. Do dead girls vomit? The dull, steady hum of an air conditioner registers in my consciousness, but doesn't distract me from examining the surroundings. Countless empty body bags are strewn across the pock-marked concrete floor. Some are stained with brown blood, and some are completely clean. A series of shelves, almost like warehouse racks, run along the walls and across the floor in haphazard patterns. Whoever planned this layout was out of their mind. However, this is my home now. My home. Soon. Striding forward, I weave between shelves and step over discarded body bags. So far, there has been no indication of Noriko's presence. Still, I draw a knife from inside my sleeve so that it rests in the palm of my hand. The metal handle is cold. Cold. Why do I feel cold? The entire factory is like a freezer. How can Noriko live here?
Hey.
My torso twists in reaction to the monotone syllable. The quick movement sends a shooting pain across my chest. Pain? Pain?
It's you. Hello, Harold. It took me a while, but I figured out what your mask is supposed to be.
Hey, Noriko! Noriko! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Noriko is back! Noriko! Noriko! Come on, please! Please! Kill Aoi, please!
It's like an artistic representation of Corpse Girl, right? The Corpse Girl mascot that appears on my website.
Ayo? She's not wrong! Oh my god. Noriko flashes her phone at me and I glare at the website displayed. I never even thought about that.
That's totally copyright infringement.
Oh. That's totally copyright infringement. I don't know what to say to her. This isn't exactly how I imagined this encounter would play out.
Why'd you fake Junpei Matsumoto's death? You know what I'm talking about, right? That time we met in the underground parking lot. You planted a look-alike corpse to fool us into thinking Junpei had died. Total Corpse Girl move, by the way.
Okay.
Guess you stole that strategy from me, too. I sense a lawsuit.
I sense a lawsuit. Ew, Noriko! Hell yeah, Noriko, you get it, girl, you get it. She steps forward with a hand outstretched. I instinctively lash out with my knife and slash her wrist, but her hand comes to rest on my shoulder, the tiny nick from my inaccurate blade not even prompting a spurt of blood.
Ouch! That stung a little.
Ew! The warmth of her hand seeps into my shoulder. It's almost comforting.
Aoi. I miss you. I really miss you. Can you take off the mask? Can we just talk?
I don't take off the mask. I don't know why I'm standing here listening to her. I don't know why her presence and her reassuring hand has caused me to lower my guard. She smiles. This is the happy, carefree Noriko I grew up with.
You're so beautiful, Aoi. I'm really sad we can't be together. How are things with your boyfriend?
That single, useless word crawls out of my rotting mouth like a deceased maggot until I can bring myself to say...
You can't tell me? That's okay. You used to be so open with me. And then, you died. We tried to keep our friendship going after that, but we've never really been the same since then. have
So
we?
she knew she died? What's going on?
I hope you get the help you need, Aoi. I hope one day we can put all of this behind us.
My fingers loosen, the grip on my knife weakening. It falls to the concrete ground. I don't need it anymore. I tense my arms and squeeze my hands together, desperately trying to crush Noriko's throat beneath my fingers. Her skin is warm and flushes red as my grip tightens. She kicks against me, but the pain doesn't register. She's weak and frail. Her strangled cry is drowned out by my own grunts of exertion. Anemic fingers swipe in my arms constantly, only serving to irritate me. I could hold her neck in one hand and use my other to plunge a knife into her face. I could continue to strangle her until I crushed her windpipe, or I could slash her stomach open and let her intestines spill out onto the ground. All of the options are appealing. All of the options can be put into motion within seconds. I take my right hand off of her neck and slip it into my jacket, ready to pull out a knife. My left hand closes tighter on her neck, and unequally closes the distance between us, causing my elbow to bend and allow for closer. Her forehead slams into my own, and my neck recoils backwards. I'm falling to the ground, only able to blink once as I try to work out what just happened. She somehow summoned the strength to headbutt me. Frail, weak, ghostly Noriko. She actually stood up for herself. She actually struck the person she loves. I'm dazed, but ultimately uninjured. I didn't even feel the impact of my skull against the concrete when I landed flat on my back. Noriko towers over me. She rubs her neck, her ragged breathing even louder than the thrumming air conditioning.
Sorry, Aoi. I had to defend myself. Please, get up. Let's talk about things.
Oh, okay. I get up. Oh! I slip the knife into her side and feel it slide neatly between two of her ribs. Her taut, thin skin does nothing to resist impalement. Noriko looks down at the wound and mumbles in surprise. Ah! No! I drive the knife in deeper, and with a flick of my wrist, I pull it sideways, slashing her belly wide open. No! 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 An arsing stream. Arsing? I don't know how that word is pronounced. Stream of blood sprays from the savage wound and forms a macaw with a rainbow before me. Noriko coughs and gags as she frantically tries to stem the tide of blood with her hands.
Damn it! Corpse girl will...
She falls to her knees. Her empty threat falls with her, and her face slams into the concrete. Noriko Kurosawa is dead. Using the very same knife that slashed her open, I cut along the seams of my jacket and skirt. I strip myself down with a blade until I'm standing cold and naked in the factory. It doesn't take long to strip Noriko down as well. But I'm extra careful with her clothes, but I don't use the knife, and I don't use the knife this time. I simply pull her dress up and over her until it slides free from her motionless body. I hold the dress up against me, letting it press against my own form. I look down and admire the sight of myself, imagining what I'll look like when I wear it. I can finally become Noriko. I can wear her clothes, live in her factory, talk to her friends, work at her office. I can do all the things that she loved to do, all the things that made her happy. I slip the dress over my head and force my arms through the sleeves. It's a little long, but overall it fits me nicely. I am Noriko Kurosawa. What the frick just happened? Okay, we're back on Noriko? I guess she's still alive? When Mother killed herself, she didn't die. Well, she died, but not really. It's a funny thought. Everything that she was, everything that made her Asuna Kurosawa, left this planet on that day. Her body remained, but her soul had departed. She got sent away to a care facility, and I didn't see her very often after that. On the rare occasions I visited her, I would always notice that her eyes no longer looked like mine. I hate her for what she did to our family. Yuriko and I were only children at the time. The mother hung herself up from the ceiling and made us watch. She encouraged us to kick the chair out from underneath her. What the frick? Who does that? We didn't understand what she was doing. She told it was a game. So we kicked the chair and we laughed. And Mother laughed. And then her neck snapped and she stopped laughing. And the light in her eyes that I once shared with her was extinguished instantly. What the f- That is extremely messed up. What the frick? What the frick? What the frick? You gotta be kidding me, man. Oh my god. Oh my god! I can't wrap my head around this. Yuriko screamed and I screamed and Mother just wouldn't move, and we couldn't get her down from the ceiling, and eventually Yuriko remembered how to call for an ambulance. And the paramedics arrived and we were taken away. And after that I was completely effed up, because you don't just walk away from something like that and act like nothing happened. Yeah, no, you don't just walk away like nothing happened. Oh my freaking god! What the hell? What the hell, man? Oh my god, that is extremely messed up. Yeah, I spent years trying to force the painful memories of her attempted suicide out of my mind. But I didn't exactly cope with it very well. How could I? I became terrified of the world and became used to locking myself inside and wasting away. Yuriko dealt with it a little better than me. I can't say her rebellious behavior was the right way to cope, but it had to have been healthier than staying inside for weeks at a time. Yeah, what the frick? Okay, well, now we understand why Noriko was extremely messed up. We finally understand. Oh my god. Jeez Louise, holy moly. By the time I reached senior high school, I think I had mostly gotten past everything. The vision of Mother hanging from the ceiling in front of me didn't haunt my dreams. The sound of our laughter intermingled with screaming didn't always ring in my ears. Aoi helped me through a lot of it. She shared all of her problems with me and it made me feel a bit better. Like maybe my life wasn't so bad. Aoi's life was kinda messed up. Her father was arrested for various crimes and didn't spend much time in her life. When we were about ready to graduate, he came back to town and violently attacked her. She called me and told me that he killed her. But she killed him too, so it was all going to be okay. Her words and not mine. I never understood what she meant when she said she was dead. I think graduating put some distance between us, so I never truly tried to figure out her words. My own problems came back to haunt me once I moved out of my home. I became completely distracted and almost forgot about Aoi. The apartment I moved into, I should have known that the smell of mold wasn't normal. I should have paid attention to the shoddy repair work that had been performed on the wall. I should have just walked away and found somewhere else to live. But that apartment, I suppose that's where I started to lose control of my life. And that's exactly the reason why I need to return there. Yeah?
Looks the same as always.
Yeah? What is going on? She's not dead? Several days later? What is going on? I'm not looking forward to climbing the rest of the stairs up to the apartment. I can hardly walk at all, even on flat ground, but I have to do this. I can't let stitches and bandages and painkillers distract me from getting inside. She didn't die! Okay, so then what happened to Aoi then? What? Eh? Eh? I don't know how long I was in the hospital for. None of my personal effects were with me when I woke up. I had no phone, no purse, no handbag. But the doctors monitored me for a few days and then let me go, even though I told them I had nowhere to return to. They just threw me onto the street. They couldn't even tell me what happened to the girl who attacked me. Eh? What is going on, bro? They had no idea if she had been arrested or not. I have a feeling she's still out there. Regardless, I'm here now. My wound is apparently on the mend, and I don't have any signs of infection. All I have to focus on is the ascent in front of me. Each step I climb is more difficult to conquer than the last. Each time I raise my leg, I experience a searing agony along the length of my stomach. More than once, I have to stop and check that my stitches haven't torn wide open. When I'm sure my flesh is more or less intact, I continue scaling the mountain. My head throbs and beads of sweat drip down my face. When I hit the landing on the level below my own apartment, I spy a familiar face. Momo!
Noriko?
Momo Ogawa, the daughter of Kenji Ogawa, the man I framed in order to maintain my innocence.
Hey, Momo. Dad!
Aww. Her panicked cry isn't the reaction I was expecting. Her father is exiting their apartment just as Momo cries out. He does a double take before glaring at me.
Nariko. Surprised to see you here.
Yeah? I can't quite get a grasp of his tone. Is he happy to see me or angry? Does he know that I'm the reason he was arrested? Well, I'm assuming that the police let him go fairly quickly. After all, he's here at his home and not rotting in a cell.
Hello.
Your landlord said you disappeared.
Yeah, kind of.
Are you okay?
Oh, he's concerned.
You look like...
Death. His gaze turns to the hospital tags adorning my wrists and the package of spare bandages I have slung over my shoulder.
You know, you disappeared right around the time the police...
Huh?
Huh?
Forget it. It's nothing.
I have a bad feeling he's beginning to piece something together. If he works out that I'm behind this false arrest, then...
Sorry, I should go.
Yeah. Come on, Momo.
Bye-bye, Noriko!
Aww.
Bye, Momo.
The girl waves excitedly as her father leads her down the stairs. I should feel relieved that he's safe, but honestly I just feel guilty. My actions, Corpse Girl's actions, put a lot of strain on that little family. I have to keep going. The last flight of stairs is torture on my battered body, but I persevere and reach the front door of my apartment. It's at this moment that I remember I don't have any keys to get in. Crap. Out of desperation, I tried turning the handle and the door opens. Either I left the place unlocked or the landlord has been inside and forgot to lock up. I'm just thankful that I can keep moving forward. The curtains are open, bathing the living area in a soft light.
Home.
Home. No, that's not right. This isn't my home. This isn't Noriko's home. This is Corpse Girl's home. I never really lived here. I simply existed within these walls. The real Noriko was held hostage by an omnipotent presence sealed in this home. The things here are just as I left them so long ago. It's a comforting feeling, but at the same time it sends a chill down my spine. It's time to move on. I stride with purpose toward the kitchenette and slide open one of its drawers. Inside is a small mallet with a metal head. It's a treasure I acquired from the garden shed on the apartment grounds back when I first moved in. It's not very large, but that suits me just fine. I don't have the strength to wield anything bigger than this. Bringing it to bear is still a great deal of effort. I grip the handle with both hands and lift the deceptively heavy tool. Equipped with this tiny weapon of destruction, I slowly lurch through the hallway. I make my way to the very end, where a blank, stark white wall faces me. The paint on the wall is peeling like it was slapped on without care. The plaster is cracked like it was applied by an amateur. I don't know what she's doing. I think what she's doing is she's going to tear down that hallway. Because just a little bit ago she said that she should have known that there was something wrong with the apartments because of the mold smell. So I think she's gonna try and uncover what the mold smell is. Because the way she's talking right now is like she moved into this apartment and that's what caused Corpse Girl. She thinks Corpse Girl possessed her, pretty much, I think is what's going on. Yep, this is exactly what she's doing. She's going to destroy the wall, I see. I wonder what's behind it. And the lingering stench of mold is at its strongest when I stand in front of this wall. I bring the mallet down with both arms, with the heavy metal head crushing it into the wall with as much force as I can muster. The struggle of bearing the mallet is taking its toll on my wound. I feel the stitches in my stomach threatening to snap and break. But I can't stop here. I can't stop until I've crushed this wall and revealed the glittering contents of the trove hidden inside. Another swing and another crash against plaster. I cry of pain and another hole in the wall. I scream and swing and hammer and groan and splash and weep, and the wall crumbles beneath my sheer force of will. White dust clouds my vision and provokes me into a coughing frenzy. When my eyes and throat clear up, I throw the mallet to the carpet and venture forward. I clamber through the human-sized hole in the wall and find myself within the secret cache on the other side. Kojiro's axe! It's Kojiro's axe! Why did I not think of this? He told us that he sealed it. He told us that he sealed it and hid it away. Why didn't I think of that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have a theory. When she moved into this apartment, she possessed Noriko, and that's why Kojiro was so like... Oh my god, that's why Kojiro was so into her. Oh my god. Oh my god! The stench assaulting my nostrils are no longer... The stench assaulting my nostrils no longer disguises itself as mold. It's the fetid malodor of rot and decay, the inimitable trademark of a decomposing corpse. I spent so long fooling myself into believing it was nothing concerning. I spent so long pretending that a corpse did not live within the walls of this apartment. The truth is, this corpse pinned to the wall is the root of all evil. It's an infinite fount of misery and despair and malice and death and hatred. This is Corpse Girl.
Hello, old friend.
Kojiro's axe is Corpse Girl! Oh my god. So it wasn't a double personality, she was possessed! The corpse does not reply. To call it a corpse is no longer entirely accurate, it has become a little more than a skeleton, an osseous edifice, a macabre tribute to the unyielding sands of time. Bone and flesh and hair and fabric blend and intertwine and melt together to form a sickening representation of human beauty. Sorry, I had like a hiccup. Beauty. I used to think this body was pure perfection, back when the corpse was more or less intact. It was the image of a gorgeous, vibrant young woman. I aspired to become just as beautiful, slender, elegant, graceful, with pale skin and dark eyes. Looking at her now, it's clear to see that I was deceived. The form before me is not beautiful. It's revolting. I shaped myself in the image of death, truly believing I was transcending mortal beauty. This corpse controlled me for so long. This corpse manipulated me and made me want to become just like it. Somewhere along the way, my own identity began to dissolve, and I started to believe that I had become this rotting carcass, this pallid bag of flesh. The spell has been broken. I don't know if it's because of my near-death experience or the clarity of mind inspired by an intoxicating cocktail of painkillers, but I no longer want to associate myself with Corpse Girl. I want to be myself, just Noriko. I no longer want to kill in the name of this blasphemous effigy.
Corpse Girl. I found you here, trapped in this storage closet, just over a year ago. And you stole my life from me.
Looking at her now, I can't help but wonder what the hell went through my mind when I let her possess me. Why did discovering this corpse have such a profound, lasting effect on my psyche? I shut my eyes as a wave of dizziness threatens to overcome me. Staggering in the near darkness, I struggle to regain my balance. I had blocked out the memory of discovering this corpse for so long. I refused to acknowledge it ever happened. So she... knew about it before and then covered it back up? Oh my god. But the crystallized fragments of that forgotten memory have finally breached the surface of my consciousness. I can finally recall the event thanks to the clarity brought about by my current state of mind. It happened several days after I moved into this apartment. The musty smell of mold lured me to the wall. At the end of the corridor, the wall that had been hastily patched up and covered with plaster and paint. I wondered about the source of the smell. I figured it might be a leak, a busted pipe that needed repair. Instead of calling upon the landlord for assistance, I took matters in my own hands. Perhaps I was inspired by my newfound independence. I had just become a free young woman, living on my own for the first time. Perhaps I was just stupid. I located Melon in the garden shed. I tore down the wall. I found Corpse Girl, and in that moment I fell to my knees. Someone had hung up this corpse upon the wall and decorated the storage room with books and photographs. The sight of the dead woman bearing down on me instantly unearthed the buried memories of my mother's attempted suicide. The pain and despair that I had repressed for so long found its way out of my mouth and formed an unholy scream. I think the fear of that discovery and the subsequent revival of subdued memories caused me to slip in and out of consciousness. I was paralyzed by fear and my entire body was racked with pain. Looking back now, I feel I must have spent days lying in a heap on the floor of the storage closet. Days spent in a dreary haze of dread and depression and distress. Days spent at the feet of that hanging corpse, that form I began to look up to and idolize. Days spent in a lull fever dream, surrounded by photographs on the wall of all manner of corpses. Days and days of my soul and identity slipping between my fingers. Something must have eventually cracked inside me because I remember getting to my feet and repairing the wall. I don't know how I did it, but I patched it up and painted over it and vacuumed up all the dust and debris from the carpet. And then the memory of the entire incident just vanished from my mind. The only relic I retrieved from the storage space was a single book, a heavy tome that must have tumbled out of the closet during my delirium. That book was gorgeous! False photography, a comprehensive photo of photo manipulation. Now, Corpse Girl doesn't look the way she used to. Uncovering her today hasn't shocked me into submission like it did all that time ago. Am I stronger now? No, not really. But I was prepared to face her this time, and now I'm here to bury her. As I calmly assess how difficult it will be to retrieve her from her position, my eyes fall upon the dozens of photos plastered haphazardly across the wall. Photographs of nameless bodies printed within an instant camera. There must be 10 or 20 or 30 corpses across the entire series of images. I don't recognize any of them. That's the only comfort I can take from viewing the images. The comfort that I am not the one who decorated this room with these macabre visuals. Whoever put these photos up is undoubtedly the same person responsible for hanging Corpse Girl on the wall. Glitchy! All the photos look so real, and all the corpses are in normal situations. There's an image of a decomposing body sitting on a bench waiting at a train platform who's wearing a suit, like any ordinary businessman. Another image is of a headless couple at a dinner table. Dressed in their Sunday best, they are sharing a candlelit meal. Corpses going about their daily life is eerily reminiscent of something else I've encountered before. What was it? A book I read? Instinctively, my eyes dart to the piles of books toppled over in a corner of the storage room. There are dozens of duplicate books, as if they were abandoned here by their own author. Was Kojima the freaking author of those books?! I crouch and dust off the cover of the book at the top of the pile. Dazed by the Dead by Nobel Sinclair. Nobel Sinclair. Underneath 10 more copies of the volume is a different book with a familiar cover. Strange flower. I know this. The very same book that Kojiro lent me so long ago. He said the book here is not some worn, well-read library copy. It's in pristine condition, save for the layer of dust coating it. There are nearly a dozen copies of this book as well. Is he the author? Is he Noble Sinclair? Oh my god. Someone intentionally abandoned these books here, and the fact they accompany so many photos of corpses, not to mention Miss Corpse Girl herself, is no coincidence. These books and photos, as well as a copy of Fa's photography I found here so long ago. All of this somehow embedded itself into my consciousness and inspired me to start Corpse Girl's website. I'm sure of it. This room, this effing cursed room, ruined my life and corrupted my mind. And I have to wonder if somebody planned it all. Did somebody leave all of these things here in order to break whoever entered? That's probably a far-fetched concept, but I'm desperate to place the blame on somebody, anybody but myself.
Enough.
A light slap to my face snaps me out of my inner travelings. It's time to bury Corpse Girl and put this life behind me once and for all. I can't really atone for the things I've done the last year. Hell, I don't actually feel like I need to atone. It's not guilt that's eating me up inside. But at the very least, I can move on. I carefully remove the strings tying Corpse Girl to the wall, and feel the weight of her rotting body collapse against my own frail form. Her head leans against my shoulder, and for a brief moment, I pause and let her rest against me. I run a hand through what's left of her hair. She's been through a lot. We both have. We're both Corpse Girl. Well, we both used to be. Now we are just empty husks with no purpose. If we're not Corpse Girl, we'll probably be forgotten. Lost to time and memory. For once in my life, I'm looking forward to being forgotten. Ending. Hell. Ending C? We got the last ending? Oh my god. 3 months later.
Good morning. Sorry I'm late.
What?! What?! Oh my god, Aoi freaking took our bot. Oh my god, that's still Aoi. She's just like cosplaying Noriko. Okay. I make a quick apologetic bow to my coworkers before hurrying over to my desk. No one seems too bothered by my tardiness. A few people offer a raised eyebrow, but they quickly return to their own work. I take a seat at my workstation and switch my computer on. It roars to life as I organize my belongings. From my handbag I retrieve some key items. First is my canned coffee, still ice cold thanks to the convenience store's powerful refrigeration. Second is my headphones. I can't complete a day of tedious data entry without listening to music. Last but not least is my phone. The screen is a little cracked and the protective case has seen better days, but it's invaluable to me. Something feels slightly off as I look at the screen. There's a nagging feeling in my mind, some small voice telling me that this isn't my phone, but I know it's mine. The familiar red case, the spiderweb fractures inching across the glass. It's my phone, no doubt about it. Pushing the strange thoughts from my mind, I turn my attention to my computer. It doesn't take long to read over the day's list of tasks. I'll be continuing when I started yesterday. Easy.
Noriko?
I'm startled by the sudden vocalization of my name. I don't know why. People call me by my name every day. Do they? Don't they?
Oh, hello, Fujikawa.
Shinya Fujikawa is standing at my desk, scratching his cheek awkwardly. I get the feeling he wants to approach a topic of conversation that makes him nervous.
I wanted to apologize. I haven't been present in the office of late. Was there anything you needed to discuss with me during my absence?
What's going on? I think about the question. Shinya and I don't really need to talk on a day-to-day basis. His work is fairly unrelated to mine. I'm just a data entry temp after all. But we do have a history together, I suppose. We went to school together after all. We were never exactly friends. Actually, I always kind of had a feeling he had a crush on me, but he's not really the type of guy to make a confession. What is going on? Always used to joke about how he and I would make a cute couple, but I could never see it. He was, and still is, far too dull for my tastes. Aoi. Why does that name sound so distant? I try to put a face to the name, but my mind draws a blank. She was my best friend, and yet...
Noriko?
Oh, sorry. I get lost in my own head sometimes.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, but why is Shinya not saying anything? Like, what is going on?
Well, if there's nothing you need, then I'll be on my way.
Didn't Shinya want Noriko dead? What's going on?
Okay then.
Say,
Also, their eye colors are completely different. And the shapes of their eyes are completely different. And that's something that Noriko took extreme pride in, was her eyes.
your old friend, Aoi Sato? Have you heard from her lately?
Does he seriously not know? Oh my god, Shinya, I'm going to freaking... You're supposed to be a detective. Oh my...
No. Actually, I feel like something must have happened to her. We haven't spoken in... God knows how long.
Is that so? That's too bad.
I find it odd that he leaves the conversation with those last words. He simply walks away from my desk. My phone cries out. The unfamiliar ringtone, one that I never selected, splits my head wide open and prompts my brain to spill out between the cracks in my skull. What the frick? What? I squeeze the sludgy gray matter back into my head and blink a few times and realize that my brain is not actually leaking. Just a trick of the light? I struggle to maintain eye contact with the screen. The caller ID flashes across the device, identifying the caller as Noriko. What is going on? Me, my own name, myself. Noriko is calling me. I'm calling myself? A dull ache still throbs within my head, as though it has been recently emptied. I answer the call.
Hello?
I hear a sharp inhalation of breath and then the call cuts out. I take a few seconds for me to realize I'm crying. Shinya's on my... Why are you bonking me? Shinya's at my side, his arm around my shoulders, and within seconds the rest of my coworkers are staring down at me. I'm on the floor, my face nestled within the plush office carpet, but I don't know how I got here. I'm supposed to be stoic, unflinching. It's my ideology, my entire identity. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? Maybe if I just close my eyes, I can make everything return to normal and start this day over again. The stairs upward feel particularly difficult to climb today. It was a rather strange day at the office, but I know that returning home to my family will make me feel better. Our family? Eh? What is she talking about? Oh my goodness. No bonking. What am I even doing? That's bonk worthy. What? Eh? Shinya took me to the train station and waited until I boarded my train. It was really sweet of him. I don't fully recall the things that he said to me. He might have mentioned something about me not needing to return to the office anymore. Maybe all my work there is completed? My head is still a bit fuzzy, but I'll sift through the details after a hot shower later tonight. Once the sun is beginning to go down, I think the others should be home by now. Yeah, but they're both dead! Aoi killed Noriko, and their mother freaking... Remember? So, what is going on? Why does she... Eh? Noriko got... Okay, so the sister, remember, I don't know if you were here in the prologue, but the sister was an enemy of the girl in the prologue. The girl in the prologue wrote down Noriko's sister as a victim. Noriko ended up going to Yuriko's place, and then they were she was almost dead, and Noriko was able to talk to her for a little bit, but it seems that someone had already gotten there or something and killed everyone. Yes, she was the girl who scammed the money. So she did die. So, is Aoi just... What's going on? Eh? Yuriko's probably relaxing on the sofa, and Mother should definitely be here since she doesn't leave the apartment these days. And another thing is, the family never lived here. The family never lived here. Noriko moved here alone after her mother passed. And her sister lived somewhere else. So she is completely delusional. Because her family Noriko's family never lived here. I lock the door to the apartment and wander inside.
I'm home.
Okay, that explains it, I guess? Who is that woman next to Yuriko? This person looks way too good. This is not her mother. This is someone else. This is someone else that she probably made to look like their mother. Or Noriko's brother. This, oh my god. Well, we don't even know if Yuriko was buried or not. I mean, she was the one who technically killed Yuriko, right? She could have stolen the body and taken it. What the frick? What the frick? What is going on? Stepping through the open door is always a comforting feeling. It's good to return after a long day at work.
Here you are. Good evening, Big Sis. Good evening, Mom.
Yuriko offers me a warm smile. She's changed a lot recently. Her foul, rebellious attitude disappeared when she moved in. Maybe she simply wanted our family to be reunited again. Maybe her delinquency was all just an act, a way of trying to deny what she really wanted, to simply return home. Mother, on the other hand, doesn't really regard my entrance, but that's nothing to be concerned about. She's always distant and aloof.
Shall we order in tonight? I'm thinking some pizza would be delicious.
Oh my god, I can't even! Yuriko nods, the act causing a small clump of her hair to detach and flutter to the floor. I'm looking forward to a quiet night in with my family and some pizza. I never had the opportunity to enjoy these moments when I was growing up. In those days, I was simply grateful for the nights I could go to bed without a new bruise or gash to cover up. Mother used to kick me and slap me, but hang on. I look at her now, slumped on the couch, completely lost in her own world. That's not the mother that used to abuse me. That's not the mother that was married to my father. You feel bad for her? How do you feel bad for her? How? And Yuriko never used to stand up for me, but that's because Yuriko was never there when I was growing up. Where was she? I shut my eyes and try to sift through the confusing fragments of memories swirling within my mind. She deserves to lose it! Are you, yeah? How? She has killed so many people. No, she is not Aoi anymore. She is some other being. What is going on? Oh my dear goodness gracious. She's not my mother, this woman before me. She's Noriko's mother. That's it. That's how I know her. Wait. Of course she's my mother. I'm Noriko, duh. How could I forget something so simple? Yuriko was there when I was growing up. The reason she never stood up for me is because no one ever abused me. God, I don't know why I get so confused and frazzled like this sometimes. I smile at my loving family and clap my hands together.
Okay, I'm going to order dinner. Is everyone happy with barbecue pizza?
What happened to Junpei? I'm sorry, but I cannot feel bad for her because she did this to herself. I mean, I do feel bad to an extent because it's not really her fault per se that she ended up like this. She had a really horrible childhood and everything, but that's not an excuse for everything that she's done. Yuriko nods and Mother lets out a quiet snore of approval. I whip my phone up to eye level and open a food delivery app. Definitely think that she could. I don't know, man. I did really like her at the beginning, but that was all fake. That was not even really her, you know? She needs help in then jail. Sayil, I am not sleeping. I'm trying to read your comments. She's Louise. No, I think she gets jail and then therapy. Therapy in jail. Where's Noriko, by the way? We know that she survived, so where is she? I'm sorry, but she is a murderer. It doesn't matter what your mental capacity is. You go to jail. Do you want her killing again? Do you want her killing again? Do you want it to be someone you love? Like, bro, no. She goes to jail. You don't think she can kill? Bro, what do you mean? She's killed everyone! I don't know. And I'm saying she gets jail. I'm not saying she deserves to die or anything like that. I'm just saying she should go to jail, man. Because not just... Because when she goes to jail, if they help her, they can help, you know, protect other people from her and protect herself from herself. But, I don't know. I noticed that my battery only has 8% left. I should charge it up before it dies on me. I keep a charger here in the living room, so it only takes me a second to waltz over to the wall socket. As I lean down to grab the charger, I see that another phone is already plugged in. Another phone? The case is blue and the screen doesn't have a trace of damage on it. Whose phone is this? I nervously tap the screen and see a list of noise notifications. So she never took care of anything that she said she was going to. She just immediately turned into Noriko after that incident. Aww. There are a lot of messages from someone named Junpei. Junpei, it's a name that doesn't ring a bell. I check to see if the phone is unlocked by pressing my thumb against the home button. Strangely, my fingerprint unlocks the phone instantly. My fingerprint? But this isn't my phone. This can't be my phone. The messages from Junpei are all open in quick succession. Babe, good news. Hit me up. Waiting for you. Coffee today? Are you mad at me? Talk to me, my widow cherry blossom. I miss you. Did I do something wrong? That splitting sensation inside my skull returns as my eyes devour the contents of the never-ending string of messages. I feel like I know this person, but I can't picture a face. I can't picture any scenario in which we have ever met or spent time together. Why does he speak to me in such a familiar way? Wait, he's not speaking to me. course, this isn't my phone, so these messages were never intended for me. I throw my phone aside, happy to have broken free of my concern. It doesn't matter who the phone belongs to. It's not mine, so I don't have to deal with it. I plug my own phone into the charger and feel relieved as I watch the battery icon slowly fill up.
Okay, Mom, Yuriko, I'm going to go take a shower while my phone charges. I'll order dinner after that. I promise. Thank you for being patient.
For the first time in a while, Mother actively responds to my voice.
Noriko.
I was gonna say she looked way too freaking alive! There's no way this could be Yasuda! She died, right? Noriko's mother died! Absolutely, for sure! What's going on? What? Her head lifts slightly and she regards me with her dull eyes.
Mom?
Where am I? You're not Noriko.
A bead of sweat forms on my forehead and a shiver crawls slowly down my spine like a spider. Her firm, accusatory tone immediately chills me to the bone.
Of course it's me, Mom. It's me, Noriko.
No. You're... Where am...
Noriko's mom didn't actually die? She was in a coma? And she took her here? Oh my god, and she finally woke up? She's gonna see her dead daughter Yuriko right here! What the freak? Panic settles on her delirious face. I don't exactly blame her for being scared and confused. She's been in a near vegetative state ever since her attempted suicide. But for her to not recognize me, for her to forget what her own daughter looks like, that's inexcusable, unforgivable. I'm Noriko, damn it. I fall to my knees, the splitting, throbbing, aching pain in my skull reaching a crescendo. Threatening to blow my brains out across the living room.
I'm Noriko! Noriko Kurosawa! Look at me, Mom! Look at me!
Mother's eyes widen and she looks like she's going to vomit. She turns to see Yuriko white and ghastly in the next seat to her and a tear forms in her eye.
What have you done? What is this?
Just shut up! Just shut up and be a part of my perfect family! Look at us! All three of us! We're the Kurosawa family! And we're finally back together! We're happy, right? We're happy!
Still on my knees, I lower my head to the ground and let it rest on the soft carpet, and barely register the sound of the door behind me opening slowly. After the creaking hinges come to a rest, a strong voice floods my ears.
Harold.
Hey! I told you! Hell yeah. I can't tell you how excited and happy I am right now. Oh my freaking god. Oh my freaking... The source of the voice wanders toward me and towers above my face-down form. He said I'm no longer Noriko. Can my identity just slip away so easily? Can it vanish into the thin air like it was never truly a part of me?
No. I will always be. I am Noriko!
I leap to my feet and launch myself at the man who dared to enter my apartment and tell me that I'm not truly who I want to be. I barely catch a glimpse of his face before he pummels me in the nose with a broad fist. I'm on the floor again in an instant, the dizzying lights above me spinning in my blurred vision.
Get your things. We're cleaning up after Corpse Girl's mess.
Epilogue? Nobel Sinclair? 1 year later? So he was Noble Sinclair. Eh? The book is almost warm in my hand. It's a pristine volume, fresh off the printing press. Paperback, though, I would have preferred hardback. Been a while since I last published a book. Years. The few fans I probably thought I disappeared off the face of the planet. I did, in a way. Not my fault. Death is death. Noble Sinclair died in a fire inside his family home. That was a long time ago. Even though my name burned to ash, my body survived. I had to pick up a new name after that. Can't wander this planet without one. This body went on living for quite a while with the new name. I even grew to like it. Then the strangest thing happened. Another fire inside a morgue. This time, the new name went up in flames. My body survived. Again? Fate? I don't know. I felt a bit lost after that. Felt a bit unlike anybody. I decided to pick the old name back up, dusted it off, pinned it on my chest. Nobel Sinclair. It always suited me. Mother gave it to me after all. This time I didn't want to completely disregard my existence. The time spent as another man. Too much happened. I've got too much to tell, too many tales to keep to myself. So this new book tells the entire story, from start to end. Ow! Ow! Wasn't easy typing page after page with only one arm. One of the most taxing and challenging things I've ever attempted. But now, it's done. Soon this new volume will hit store shelves across the country. The world will know everything. I used pseudonyms throughout the book to protect the identities of the guilty. Didn't print Noriko Kurosawa's real name even once. Didn't identify Junpei Matsumoto or Aoi Sato. Didn't call out Tomoe Watanabe or even the wannabe detective that always chases me, Shinya Fujikawa. And most importantly, I didn't print my previous name. Not that name, anyway. I confessed a lot of things within this text. I even confessed my involvement with the Human Removal Service. Getting caught up in that organization's web of death wasn't something I ever intended to do. It wasn't something Kojiro ever would have done, but it was necessary. Necessary in order to finish this latest book. Noble Sinclair went... So that's where he went? To the Human Removal Services? Noble Sinclair rose to the ranks of the shadowy society within mere weeks. Chalk it up to his and my macabre experiences. Couldn't have done it without the connections I formed as Kojiro. Couldn't have done any of this without him. I'm at the top of the ladder now, so to speak. Got a bunch of killers on my payroll. Even the dog Junpei is on my leash now. Don't know where I'll go from here. Original plan was to shut the Human Removal Service down. Delete its existence as a final act of love for Noriko. But the power is nice. The power is intoxicating. Again, Kojiro wouldn't have toyed around with something like this. I'm not Kojiro. I look over the book in my hand once more. It's heavy, full of words that carry more weight than they should. Whether people believe the content of this book is out of my control, but with those with a keen intellect will surely be able to piece the truth together. My eyes scan the cover, and read over the large embossed letters. Corpse Factory, a novel by Noble Sinclair. I've never been more proud of my work. The end. Ayo! What? What? I wonder if Aoi got arrested. I wonder what happened to Tomoe and Noriko. Freaking Kojiro was alive the whole time, but I guess we learned more dark secrets about him. Apparently he was the person to, the other endings are right here, Mark. We can watch them right now. But I want to go to my gallery. I'm missing, ooh, wow, I'm missing 4 images in my gallery. Noble Sinclair, wow. Wow, oh my god. Oh my god, you guys. Holy moly. Oh. Which ending would you like to view? Ayo! We have ending A, true, ending B, false, ending C, hell, which is the one that we just did, and then bonus ending and the epilogue. We watched the epilogue. The epilogue was Kojiro admitting he was Noble Sinclair and him writing the whole story of Corpse Factory into a novel. Yeah, I got the worst one. Oh my god. How did I even get the worst ending? How did I even get there? I kind of want to know how I got there. Was it my choice? Was it not? I wonder what would have happened if we made different choices, though. Like, we definitely would have gotten these different endings, but I kind of want to know how we get to these endings. I hope that we can learn that, but let me go to the restroom really quick, and then we will watch the other endings, I suppose. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Alrighty then. So, you're saying to do the true ending last? What about the bonus ending? I think we should do a bonus ending like extremely last. But you want to see the false one first? Ending B false. Noriko Kurosawa. Okay, 3 months later. I'm kind of confused, but oh, and I used to always dream about getting away, breaking away from all of the stress and tension of our everyday world. She dreamt of going somewhere cold for a winter getaway, somewhere she could snuggle up by a warm fireplace and drink hot cocoa and feel at peace. I told her I'd like to visit a sunny holiday destination, but I don't know why I said that back then. It was a lie. I hated the sun, the harsh light, and the warmth always used to leave my skin feeling prickly and scorched. However, things have changed, through no plans of my own. For some reason, leaving behind the life of Corpse Girl helped me appreciate a few of the little things in life. I don't know why, but I'm just happy I survived. Maybe I'm just glad that I don't have to keep living in that accursed apartment. I haven't fully recovered from the stab wound Aoi inflicted upon me. I haven't fully recovered from the scars she left on my heart. I don't think I will ever be 100% healthy again. My doctors say these things take time, but maybe a slight limp and a dull ache in my gut from time to time is a small price to pay for my life. I made the decision a few weeks ago to attempt a beachside vacation. It went well. Pale, ghostly Noriko Kurosawa sat on a beach and attempted to get a tan. I did it for myself, not out of some misguided notion that I should live at a dream vacation for Aoi's sake. Aoi can go on her own damn vacation whenever she wants. It's not like she's limping around with a cane and a serpentine scar across her beautiful skin. It's not like she had to struggle against the entire world just to get on an airplane. The beach was gorgeous. The water was pristine. I'd never seen anything like it in all of my life. But those moments of sunshine and relaxation were fleeting. Sitting alone now in this empty apartment makes that painfully clear. I had to return to Tokyo eventually. It was inevitable. But it feels like there's nothing here for me anymore. Maybe I'll move on once more. Go to Osaka or Nagoya. No one in Tokyo for me. Aoi, Kojiro. They're either dead or dead to me. Tomoe doesn't call me, doesn't answer her messages. Shinya? Nothing. No one in Tokyo for me. My eyelids close gently and the sweet embrace of sleep takes me. I decide to go for a walk to clear my head. But after returning to my new apartment building, I somehow forget my apartment number. I've only just moved in after all.
Shit! How could I forget something so important?
I wander the cold hallways, try to locate my place. 238 or 248? Which was it? Completely lost, I decide to turn around and search in the opposite direction. As I turn, a slightly open door catches my attention. Who would leave their door open? Anyone could walk into your apartment and steal your belongings. This thought quickly scampers off as I find myself pushing the door ever so gently. It swings open slowly, revealing a room lit by only one flickering light of a television.
Hello? You left your door open. Is anyone in there?
I guess no, she doesn't know he's alive. My timid voice sounds unfamiliar to my own ears. I realize that I've rarely spoken in the last few days, save for the occasional pleasantry exchange with the staff from my moving company. When no answer from within the floor is forthcoming, I take a careful step inside. No sound comes from the television in the corner. It has been muted, but the screen has been left on for some reason. My eyes strain to peer into the near darkness. Once my eyes finally decipher the scene before me, I realize that I'll never be able to delete the vision that has plagued me for most of my life. Her mother hangs from the ceiling, a rope coiled around her neck like a boa constrictor. Her mouth agape, a half smile, half scream upon her lips. Her eyes are vacant and stained black with the filthy muck of regret. And her legs dangle helpless, unable to secure a foothold upon the chair that has fallen to the ground. The chair that I kicked out from under her while I laughed and laughed along with Yuriko. A thick clump of bile bubbles up within my throat, and it takes all my strength to resist kneeling over and vomiting. The body hanging above me, the soulless corpse peering down at me. This is not my mother. This is not. This nameless woman has been dead for hours at least. I didn't kick the chair out from under her. Yuriko isn't here laughing alongside me. I'm here alone. The woman isn't struggling. She isn't pleading for help or forgiveness. She isn't cursing her stupid mistake. She's gone. Just gone. Her soul has departed for whatever afterlife awaits us once we leave this purgatory. She is nothing more than a hanging corpse, nothing more than a sack of flesh and bone. The disgusting urge to throw up begins to ebb away as I stare up at the ceiling. The light of the television illuminates the corpse's face briefly, revealing skin gently kissed by light freckles and eyes seized with soft wrinkles. She's older than me, perhaps by a decade, but she is no means less beautiful than I am. Her hair is long and soft, and I get a sudden urge to brush it aside, to sweep it away from her eyes and tell her everything is going to be okay. Before I can even understand it, I'm standing upon the bed in order to reach up to the ceiling. I rest one hand lightly on her shoulder, then I go ahead and brush some of those stray locks from her eyes with my fingers. If I look past those empty eyes, those eyes that stare at me and see everything that I am. If I look past them, I see a truly gorgeous woman before me. I am utterly entranced by her. Oh no, is she gonna be possessed by another woman? Oh my god, no! I rest my cheek against hers. Her skin is surprisingly warm. Perhaps she did not perish so as long ago as I initially assumed.
Sorry.
I don't know why I say those words. Maybe it's guilt? Guilt. It caused a lot of people to end up like her, forced them to end their own lives out of fear or distress or desperation. So she still doesn't know that it was all Aoi's doing. It wasn't even her fault. No, that's wrong. I'm not guilty of those things. Corpse Girl is the one responsible. It's not my fault those people died. I wasn't myself. Regardless, to think that I helped Corpse Girl destroy so much beauty makes me feel ill.
What's your name?
Corpse doesn't answer.
A silent type, hey? That's okay. It's kind of cute. My name's Noriko. Are you hungry? Can I treat you to a meal?
She's so much like Kojiro. She's literally Nobel Sinclair too, to be honest with you. I think that's just why he was so attracted to her. Because they're so similar.
Shh, shh, shh. It's okay. Come on. I'll get you down from there. Let's get you dressed. I'll put you in something nice.
She's becoming Nobel Sinclair!
It's warm outside, so how about a light dress?
Nothing. It takes some time to unloop the rope from her neck and return her to the floor safely. Some part of my subconscious knows exactly how to move her carefully, to dress her, to apply her makeup, and to bring out her inner beauty. I can't recall if I've ever done anything like this before. Have I taken a corpse out to dinner before? I can't recall if I just read about it in a book or if I've experienced a similar situation. Just because she's dead doesn't mean that I shouldn't treat her right. Just because she's dead doesn't mean she's not beautiful and worthy of my love. After a bit of time, my gorgeous friend is dressed to impress. We're ready to go out for dinner. She's not very talkative, so I'll place her order and keep the conversation going. People might look at us, they might stare, or even judge us. but we'll be okay. We're two beautiful young women, simply enjoying each other's company. She'll start to decay soon, like a strange flower wilting moments after being taken out of water. As for me, I think I've been decaying for a long time. I hope this nameless corpse girl can help me feel alive again. She offers me a slight smile as I take her hand and lead her out into the blinding lights of the hallway. I blush. That was it? What? So she became Noble Sinclair? Okay then. I guess she became Noble Sinclair. Taking corpses and stuff, dressing them up and taking them out. Okay. Ending A, true. Noriko Kurosawa. 3 months later. Yeah, Koshiro is Sinclair. So it's more like she and if you remember, she read those books like she could have read those books a lot earlier, before she became Corpse Girl. And so it's probably just ingrained in her memory at this point. And so she's like copying Noble Sinclair, aka Kojiro. Sometimes on dark and overcast days, I can feel the cold bite of steel inside my gut. It's a phantom sensation that flickers and dissipates within moments. My doctor says it's nothing to be concerned about, but that doesn't prevent me from pulling my clothes aside to examine the skin underneath. The sight of the scar does little to comfort me. I don't think I should have survived this injury. I don't think I should have walked away after regaining consciousness. But somehow, I survived that encounter with Aloe. In the darkest recess of my mind, I can vaguely recall the warmth of strong arms carrying me from that factory, carrying me to... Kojiro? Did Kojiro save us? Or maybe it was Tomoe. Somebody saved me on that fateful day, but I don't know who. You can still pick people up with one arm, okay? Okay? And she vaguely recalls the warmth of strong arms, so she could be hallucinating that the guy or person had 2 arms. You ever think about that? You ever think about that? Don't you see that he can't pick someone up with one arm? You can absolutely pick someone up with one arm. Regardless, I owe them my life, my new life. A life that is actually worth something. A life that doesn't consist of skulking in the shadows and pretending to be a beautiful corpse. I look down at the empty plate before me and smile. I'm still not accustomed to the sight of a finished meal, but I'm slowly learning to love it. Ew! Pagan! Noriko's actually taking care of herself now. My stomach feels full, truly full, not just full enough like I used to force myself to believe. I've put on 4 pounds recently, 4 good, healthy pounds. My cheeks glow with vitality, and my skin is no longer the sickly color of ghastly flesh. The waiters at this restaurant are probably getting sick of seeing me in here every other day, but I don't mind. I eat well here, and I learned to cook at home too. Tomoe, of all people, taught me how to prepare dinner. I never expected to study the culinary arts under someone like her. Hey yo! We learned how to cook from But she has a knack for bringing out the flavor in food. She always says she picked up a few things from years of caring for her kid siblings. I'm learning a lot from her. I push my plate to the side and take a sip of water. Time to pay the bill and get going. There are things to do tonight after all. Things to do tonight. Months have passed since the last time I set foot on these cursed grounds. The wafting stench of decay invades my nostrils and threatens to make me spill the contents of my stomach on the asphalt. It's a stench that I was once completely accustomed to. Now it's a sickening reminder of the person I used to be not so long ago. I didn't want to come here tonight. I didn't want to come here ever. Yet here I am. Call it a hunch or a premonition, or just a bad feeling, but some part of my mind urged me to visit this place after receiving a strange text message this morning. A text message that seemed both alien and familiar at the same time. A solitary word decorated the contents of the message. Goodbye. But what drew my attention the most was the image attachment, a photo of a young woman. A young woman bent over backwards, her face obscured by matted hair and blood, and her chest exploding open from the inside. What? The young woman in the photo was me. It was an image of my own corpse. The craftsmanship was excellent. The cadaver used to replicate my body looked just like me. My first assumption was that the Human Removal Service sent this photo to me, but upon a moment of deliberation, that didn't seem to be the case. The Human Removal Service's activity has declined rapidly as of late. The number of murders or suicides, depending on how you look at it, across Tokyo have decelerated so quickly that it's almost as if the Human Removal Service never existed at all. Besides, that organization had a particular trademark when sending out doctored corpse photos. They would include instructions with the message, instructions for the victim to follow, usually involving the murder of another victim. The message I received simply said goodbye. My corpse photo feels personal. It's typical of the work I used to perform. It's almost as if somebody took over the identity of Corpse Girl, the role I once filled. But that's crazy, isn't it? I take a deep breath and stride toward the factory's entrance. I almost choke as I breathe in the thick air. The stench of death hangs like smoke inside the factory. This place looks just as it did when I was last here. The notable exceptions are the fresh cadavers displayed here and thereupon the warehouse racks. Somebody is living here. Somebody is continuing Corpse Girl's work. And somebody thought it would be wise to target me as a victim. Me, Noriko Kurosawa. Somebody made a fatal mistake. Animalistic instinct arises within me as my legs move with purpose. My feet claw at the damaged concrete ground with every step. I'll kill the new Corpse Girl. I'll kill her and bury her. Enough is enough. I'll end the cycle of death that I started so long ago.
Who are you?
A meek voice. Ugh. A meek voice links through the darkness, tugging aside the veil of silence ever so gently. I concentrate hard in order to identify the direction it came from. If I'm taken off guard even for just a second, it may be my end. My left, the voice came from my left. I spin on one heel and immediately feel bile rise in my
May
throat.
I help you with something?
Oh my god, it's always Noriko again! Oh my god. What is she gonna do when she's faced with the real Noriko though?
What the fuck is this?
My name is Noriko. Noriko Kurosawa. It's nice to meet you.
This is the true ending?!
What's your name?
Aoi? Is
feel like I'm looking into a twisted mirror. The girl before me is me. Is not me, and yet.
Are you here to buy a corpse?
Buy a corpse? What?
I have plenty on display. You can browse as much as you like. But that one on the end of the rack is reserved. Sorry.
She runs her grimly hand through her unwashed hair and scratches her scalp violently. A fleck of spittle drips from her lower lip as her eyes glaze over. This is Aoi Sato. Despite the hair and the makeup and the clothes, my old clothes, her voice is the same as I remember.
Aoi, knock it off. You're scaring me.
Who is Aoi? Is that your name? Well, it's nice to meet you, Aoi. My name is Noriko.
A moment of clarity brings immediate understanding. Just like I was torn between my own identity and that of Corpse Girls, Aoi has become me. But her transformation hasn't been kind to her. Any recognition of her previous self has vanished. She doesn't even know her real name. After everything I've been through, I should be more forgiving to someone struggling with their identity. I should be understanding and sympathetic. Aoi Noriko. Gasp for air as my fingers clench her throat. I ran my knee into her stomach and smashed her into the warehouse racking, causing several stiff cadavers to crash to the ground around us.
Stop!
Aoi has lost herself. She has discarded all remnants of who she once was. I'm fine with that. I can almost relate to it. But I am Noriko Kurosawa. I have reclaimed my true self, and I will not let her become me. I am Noriko Kurosawa, and this B-word that stabbed me and left me for dead will not take my life away from me.
Die! Die!
I press Aoi against the steel rack and feel something within her frail body either bend or break. Her dull, tired eyes begin to droop, and the hands scratching at my wrist suddenly give up the fight. I realize I'm panting heavily as I clutch her neck. Her own ragged breathing synchronizes with mine, and it's almost as if we are one person. No, she is not me!
You are not me!
I scream and feel my fingernails puncture her skin. My fingers pierce her neck and drill into her flesh, stopping only when the clasp tightly around her spinal column. With all the strength I can pull from within me, I twist my arm and throw Aoi to the blood-spattered concrete. She hits the ground unceremoniously, her lightweight body barely making a sound as her vacant, dead eyes stare up at the cracked ceiling. I never imagined I'd have to dig up this grave a second time. When I buried Corpse Girl in the gardens below our former apartment, I didn't predict I'd have to see her again so soon. But here she is, still rotten and miserable. I thought her burial was going to be the end of it all. A symbolic gesture to help me leave behind the person I had become. It was a way to reclaim my former self and bury the past. Corpse Girl doesn't say anything when she sees me lift the dirt from her resting place. She doesn't give me any indication that she even notices my presence. Fine, be that way. I couldn't care
I
less.
brought a friend for you. Someone to keep you company.
With a great deal of effort, I haul the body of Aoi into the narrow pit and let it collapse beside Corpse Girl. The girl in my old clothes seems to cuddle up next to her new companion. It's almost fitting that the person who became me should rest eternally beside the person I had tried to become. I think I can rest easy knowing that they're both in the ground. I think nothing further can prevent me from being Noriko.
Suppose I should say a few words. You were my best friend, Aoi. And I'm sorry I couldn't save you. I'm sorry that I only ever wanted to save myself. I hope that you at least found some happiness by becoming me. Goodbye.
I clutch the small shovel in my hands and begin to fill in the makeshift grave. Dirt and rocks pile to the pit slowly. I mistake the faint howl of the wind as a final moan from the girl I once knew as Aoi. Okay, but see my dilemma, Mark? I feel like if Aoi was put in prison, she probably could have gotten the help that she needed and not dead in the ground like now. I would have much preferred her in prison than dead. Oh my gosh. Covered in dirt and grime and blood and muck and God knows what else, I collapsed onto the floor in my new apartment. I'm very fortunate I managed to find this place. Someone moved out in a hurry and I was able to move right in with just the first month's rent paid up front. Don't know if I'll be able to afford next month's payment, but I'll face that challenge when it arrives. For now, everything is finally over. I should shower or bathe or at least scrub the filth from my skin. But I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. This is the price of being Noriko Kurosawa. I roll over to my side and grab my phone, slowly bringing it to my eye level. An involuntary frown masks my dirt-encrusted face when I notice the icon for one missed call on my screen. An unknown number. A short message tells me that the caller left a voicemail. I don't know who would have called me at such a late hour. It's well past midnight after all. I close my eyes and let the voicemail play.
Hey,
Hey! Gotcha!
bit late. Sauce.
Ew, I missed his voice! Hey, Saz.
We should talk.
Yeah, Pagan.
Call me?
Yes, yes, call him. No! That was the end! No! Hey, yo. But at least we got Kojiro and Noriko to, get in contact at least. And in that one, we had Tomoa as our friend still. She was helping us cook. And everything. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, I think we have one more ending. Didn't work it. Oh, wait. Oh, so we're also seeing things that we missed. I'd like to go back and make some different choices and see what they do. Aww. So if we made different choices, we could have had a better relationship with Tomoe. Okay, what other ones did we... Oh, so that's... Ayo! That's actually kind of cool. Oh, God! So they're... Some of them are like double. Oh, sick. So some of them are double. I kind of want to see which ones are double. No. 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 Oh. I think those are like the only ones that have like a double picture. Oh, I got the whole entire gallery filled up now. Okay, bonus ending. Here we go. Oh! Hey yo! The bonus ending is tomorrow! Hey yo! Pug! Pug! God, this place is boring as hell. After all the crap I've been through this year, I simply can't believe I'm working here. I'm still working here. If it weren't for Shinya, I probably wouldn't bother coming in every day. But I want to patch things up with him. If I keep talking to him in the office, surely I'll crawl my way to forgiveness. Oh, that's awesome! That's awesome. I'm glad. This is definitely one of my favorite games of all time. Speaking of that son of a B-word, here he comes now. Look at him. He walks past my desk and doesn't even acknowledge my existence. How can he ignore me after all the time we spent together? Effing hell. He irritates the crap out of me sometimes. I'll just have to take matters in my own hands. If he won't talk to me, I'll just make him talk. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad. I'll leave my desk and stride over to him. My heavy footsteps aren't exactly elegant or befitting a lady, as my brother used to always say, but I don't really give a flying frick.
Hey, what's going on?
The slurred, drawling words that drip from my mouth don't come out the way I want. That always seems to be the case. Everyone treats me like some dumbass dip crap because of the way I speak. I don't understand that it's the way somebody thinks that really matters. I can't help it if I was brought up to speak like an effing imbecile. Blame my father, not me.
Hello, Tomoe.
Hello yourself. What's a gal gotta do to get a conversation out of you these days?
Huh? What do you mean?
Come on. You know we don't speak like we used to.
Well, we broke up. You dumped me. What exactly do you expect from me now?
Oh, please. You know I'm sorry for that. I told you 1,000 times that breaking it off with you was the stupidest thing I've ever done. So come on! Get back together with me, will ya?
Tomoe, broke my heart.
Yeah, I know. Shinya, I really love you.
Aww.
I need you.
I'm not normally one to get embarrassed, but letting my feelings hang in the air between us really makes me uncomfortable.
Did you hear about my father?
I wasn't expecting him to shrug off my confession with a swift change of topic.
He's tracked down an important member of the Human Removal Service.
Jeez, not this shit again. Can't you just let it all go?
No, I can never do that. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I could use a hand, if you're willing to assist. Having someone by my side with insider information would be rather handy. Don't you agree?
I'm kind of blindsided by his request. I know that he knows everything. I'd be stupid to pretend he hasn't figured it all out by now. He knows of my involvement with Noriko. He knows that I had a hand, however indirect, in the suicide cases that Corpse Girl painted across the city.
I'm not going to judge you for working with Noriko.
Aww.
If you can help me bring the greater perpetrator to justice, the head of the Human Removal Service, then I think it may have been a good thing that you did what you did.
Aww.
That's so. You'd forgive me for getting involved with such stupid shit?
Yes. I'd have no choice but to forgive you. And maybe we can even move further forward.
I know he's just saying what I want to hear, but he can be manipulative in his own way. But if there's a chance I can make up for the crap I've done and win Shinya over again, then I have to go for it.
Right. Sign me up then, or whatever. I'll help out.
Thank you, Tomoe. I'm going to interview the individual involved with the Human Removal Service.
Are you allowed to do that?
Of course. Father said I'm an important member of the investigation team.
Ew! I'm so proud of you, Shinya. You finally got what you wanted and dreamed of for so long.
I'd like you to come with me. You might be able to point out any inconsistencies in his testimony.
His? Who is it?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best.
For the first time in a long time, Shinya smiles at me.
Ah, shit, man.
Ayo, you were right, Mark. Yeah, I was thinking it would have been either Junpei or Kojiro, but honestly, I really don't think Kojiro would have been caught. Because I mean, during the epilogue, apparently, you know, he's in charge of the human removal services now. At least in the epilogue. Sorry, not prologue. The epilogue. So. Yeah, he did try to kill Kojiro. F this guy, man! F this guy! And he's so cringe. He's so cringe.
Can you just leave me alone?
But also, if they know Noriko was involved, why haven't they made any moves on Noriko as far as police involvement? This guy is pathetic. Every time I open my mouth, he flinches and recoils in terror. He thinks he thinks I'm going to hit him or stab him.
Listen here, you little shit. If you don't spill the deets, my man here will crush your fat skull into dust.
Homeboy, maybe you should let me do the talking.
Maybe. If so, Shinya is an extreme Chad.
Whatever.
If he decided to keep it secret, that's Chad, man. I back off and let Shinya take my place. I talked him up, so I thought he'd be pleased, but maybe I just annoyed
Mr.
him.
Matsumoto.
Please, just call me June. Hey, nice try, mister. I ain't your friend. You can address me formally. Thank you very much.
He folds his arms across his chest and adopts the pouting expression of a child.
Yes. Well, as I was saying, Mr. Matsumoto, you understand why you've been brought in for questioning, yes?
Yeah, man, but, like, I'm totes innocent.
Ugh.
I don't even know nothing about the human removal service.
You liar! Liar! You lie! You lie!
You guys think I'm involved, but you haven't given a reason why you think that.
Shinya retrieves a small pocket notebook from somewhere. He flips through the pages. After a moment's silence, he clears his throat.
Several witnesses, plus a security camera, placed you at the scene of a murder just 2 days ago.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If Kojiro is truly now the mastermind of the human removal services, and he said that he had Junpei on a leash, what if he has planned this and made Junpei to take the fall for everything? It would make sense, right? I mean, after all, Junpei was the one who tried to kill him. So, I guess my theory is that Kojiro made Junpei kill someone, or at least planted something, and made sure that it was documented. Made sure there were witnesses, made sure there was a camera there. Yeah.
Now, it's apparent you weren't the culprit.
Oh,
However,
so he wasn't the culprit.
your
but he
activities
was.
at the time of the incident were questionable at best.
I'll bet you anything Kojiro is behind this. Heck yeah.
Oh, what activities are you referring to, Detective Man?
You were cheering, and I quote, "Kill him dead. Kill him dead."
Eh?
Yo, that don't sound like something I'd say.
Also, who is this little character on his? He always has on his chest pocket thingy.
I want my lawyer. You can't detain me here.
Mr. Matsumoto, you willingly came here when we contacted you.
I'm calling my lawyer. You can't keep me here. Sir, you were the one who willingly came here. It sounds like, like those world's stupidest criminals. Junpei is one of those right now. He's one of the world's stupidest criminals.
You are not under arrest.
I'm asking for a lawyer. You can't keep me here, sir. You came here on your own. Oh my god, bro.
This is ludicrous. Ludicrous, I say.
Be that as it may, I have a few more questions. One witness declared that you followed the masked culprit after they fled the scene of the crime. Is there any truth to this claim?
No, man, I just needed to go in the same direction, you know?
He's such a bad liar. Oh my goodness. I just needed to go the same direction.
I've got no idea who this Herald person you keep mentioning is.
Shinya raises an eyebrow and casts me a dark look. I just shrugged.
I never mentioned the word Herald. Is that the name the culprit refers to themselves as?
Ayo! Shinya! Shinya! You genius! Holy moly. He really is a good detective. I'm so proud of our Shinya. He's come such a long way.
Oh, this is like some detective mind trick, ain't it?
Ain't it?
I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say or do, or whatever, can be like...
This is seriously one of the world's stupidest criminals. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you. He did want Ollie to kill Noriko, so we do have to keep that in mind. But you know, I am still proud of him. I'm still proud of him. He's doing what he wanted to do. He's living his dreams, and that's what matters. I've had enough of this creep's inane ramblings.
Listen up!
Oh, Tomoe getting angry. I slam my fist against the table and send Junpei rolling back in his seat. He nearly falls off the chair but manages to regain his balance. And honestly, to be honest with you, I feel like Shinya never would have been this confident and never been where he is now if it wasn't for Noriko stepping up and getting in between him and his boss. I wonder if he remembers any of that. I hope that he remembers and realizes that Noriko really was a good friend to him. I slam my fist against the table and send Junpei rolling back in his seat. He nearly falls off the chair and manages to regain his balance.
You've got two options here. Number one, tell us the identity of that killer, the person you called the Herald.
What's the other option?
Number two, tell us who is really in charge of the human removal service.
Why is he just crying like a baby? His sweaty, pulsating forehead is glowing red. You'll...
I can't betray the identity of the Herald. I just can't.
That voice acting was so good right there. Holy crap.
But
You could...
the guy behind all of this?
You can really hear the strain. The strain behind him.
I say fuck him. I'll sell him out if it means you'll pardon my involvement.
I don't know what caused his sudden change in attitude, but Shinya gives me a grateful nod, and it feels good to have been helpful.
Please, Mr. Matsumoto. Please give us a name.
Okay. Look, you gotta know this. I don't have all the deets, okay? I'm not as important as y'all think I am. But the guy running this whole thing, he's got an army of masked killers. An army of damaged chicks all going around killing and calling
Damaged
themselves
chicks?
the Herald.
So are they all women? No, I don't honestly think he knows Kojiro is still alive. I think Kojiro has him under his thumb in the best way. I don't think he even knows. Maybe he does. But even so, Kojiro doesn't exist anymore. He retook his name Noble Sinclair. Kojiro doesn't exist anymore. So even if he were to throw Kojiro under the bus, he would just be throwing a dead person's name under a bus. That's not gonna do him any good. But if he says Noble Sinclair, well, it seems that our good friend Kojiro has been really good at keeping his secret and, you know, everything. So, I don't know. We shall see. Plus, you know, before Kojiro took over the human removal service, there was someone else in charge of it. We just don't know who. We thought it was Aoi, but apparently Aoi wasn't in charge of it either. She was just a part of it.
And the name of this ringleader?
Like I said, I don't know everything. I don't got his full name. I only know him as
Hey!
N.
Okay,
Sinclair.
it is Noble Sinclair. No, she was a herald. She wasn't in charge of the whole thing. Does that mean he was in charge of the human removal services the whole entire time? But that would mean that he told Junpei to kill himself? What? I am so confused right now. N. Sinclair. A foreign name, although the first name could be Japanese, I suppose. Shinya is jotting the name down and confirming the correct spelling with Junpei. I find myself lost in thought, far detached from this moment. For some strange reason, Noriko's face pops up into my mind. I have a fuzzy recollection of a conversation with her, but any attempt to clarify the thought in my mind is useless.
Shinya, is the name familiar to you?
Yes.
Amazing! Shinya always surprises
So who
me.
is it?
Noriko Kurosawa once told me about a book she was reading. No, please understand, I don't share the same taste in fiction as her, so...
Yeah, I get it. Get to the point.
She used to read the most macabre, horrific stories.
Uh-huh.
And she told me about one book in particular. A book about a man obsessed with corpses.
Obsessed with corpses, huh? Jeez, don't that sound familiar? Wait, what am I saying? That does sound familiar. She told me about that book, too. Flower. Something about a flower.
Strange
Yes.
flower.
Strange Flower. A book by Nobel Sinclair.
Nobel Sinclair. And Sinclair himself.
Jeez. You reckon that's the guy behind the human removal service?
I don't know, but it's a lead. A man obsessed with the dead. Truly despicable.
That's one way to put it. I've done my time with sickos like that, had enough of it, and put it all behind me.
Oh, Detective man, can I, like, go now?
Absolutely not.
Shinya turns away from Junpei and beckons for one of the armed police officers standing guard at the room's entrance. The officer walks over and awaits Shinya's commands.
Arrest this man.
Oh, ayo!
Yo, that's whack! What are you doing?
The police officer cuffs Junpei and yanks him out of his chair.
Shinya, that was cold.
It had to be done.
Junpei Matsumoto is dragged away, kicking and screaming. Silence falls upon the room after the door closes in the police officer's wake.
So, what now, Detective Man?
Shinya scratches his chin, as though wondering why I would call him that. But he doesn't voice his discontent.
Our next step is to track down the author, Nobel Sinclair. Maybe he's our culprit, maybe not. Either way, we won't know until we talk to him.
Right on. And what about...
Shinya interrupts me with a sudden soft kiss on the lips! Ayo! I close my eyes and lean into him, letting his warmth envelop me.
Shinya...
I couldn't have done this without you, Tomoe.
Ah,
And I wouldn't be the man I am today had it not been for you. So, thank you.
Does this mean you want to be with me again?
Yes.
Oh, yeah! Okay, well, at least they're back together. My heart swells with his confirmation. I've never been so happy.
Shinya, of course!
He kisses me again, and the fear ahead of losing him instantly washes away. I won't F it up this time. I'll keep him close to me and protect him forever. I reluctantly break away from his embrace and hold his chin delicately in my fingers.
Let's go find this Nobel Sinclair fucker.
Yes. Let's find him and bring him to justice.
That was it? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. No! That was it. That was it. That was it. Okay, I just wanted to see if we saw this already, but we did. What's this? Nori Kurosawa Kaka? No way. No way. Wait, I need to see everyone. I need to see everyone. I need to see everyone. Grandier! Who else? Oh, that was it! That was awesome. Oh my god. Alright. Oh my gosh. Developed by River Crow Studio. Thank you so much, River Crow Studios. Thank you. Amazing game. Definitely one of my favorite games of all time. Thank you so much. Cast Noriko Kurosawa and Fuyumi Amano. They're both by the same person? Oh my god. Erika Harlasher. Amazing job, amazing job. Koichiro, Alex Lee. Oh my god, amazing, amazing job. Aoi Sato, Briano Knickerbocker. Oh my god. That's an amazing last name, and you did an amazing job. I really liked Aoi's voice. Jamal Watanabe, Faye Marta. Oh my god, perfect voice for Tomoe, perfect. Shinya and Hirota were the same person. Sean Chiplock, oh my god, thank you. Junpei Matsumoto, you did a great job at being cringy. Emi Katsuno and this Quinois, I definitely butchered your name, but oh my god, amazing job. Momo Okawa, you didn't go with the same person. Oh my god, I would never have thought that. But Lizzie Freeman, oh my gosh, thank you. Detective Fujikawa, thank you, Jun-Yun, thank you. Kotama Ida, Manami Shashiko, and Asuna Kurosawa were all by the same person. Amy Smith, thank you, Amy Smith. Kenji Ogawa, Alex Shea. Oh my god, Kenji Ogawa was Alex Shea? Alex Shea was the creator of the music track. That's amazing, that's awesome. Holy moly. Chorus character art event illustration. Kyo, amazing art. I freaking love the art in this game. Thank you. Amazing. Background illustration. Kazuhiro Hori, amazing job. I love the illustrations, the backgrounds and everything. They were beautiful. Original soundtrack, Alex Shea. Crazy. Theme song Strange Flower credits. Oh my goodness. Lead developer. The story is Zach Ford. Great story! Oh my god. Please create more stories. Please make more stories. Please write more. Lead developer story. And then Crow Factory illustrations, Sarah Ford. I love the Crow Factory illustrations. You did amazing. It made me laugh really hard. Yeah, the title song. Maybe I'll do a cover of the title song someday. Who knows? Additional resources. Sound effect used under license from Fuse High, but developed by using Unity, developed with Nini Novel. Kickstarter backers. Oh my. I wish I was a Kickstarter backer. Oh my god. Thank you everyone. Thank you all of these people for making such an amazing game. Oh my god. I can't even. This was one of the best games I have ever played. Oh my god. I might have to go back and see the other choices and see what happens when you make those other choices. I know the endings, but I don't know like exactly what happened in between the lines, if you know what I mean. So maybe we'll take a look at that some other time. Well, Kirachi has yet to play this, but maybe. Yeah, it's entirely V8. Super impressive. This is an amazing game. I'm really happy I decided to play this game. I'm so happy I found it on Steam and was like, you know what? I want to play this game. I'm extremely happy that I did. This is an amazing game. I highly recommend it. Absolutely, for sure. Gosh dang, you guys. I'm so happy. Koichiro is alive. I was not coping. I can officially say that I was not coping whatsoever. Alrighty though. Okay. Okie dokie. I'm going to go ahead and raid someone. Whew. The devs have another game? I'll definitely have to check it out. For sure. It was a heckin' amazing game. Alright everyone, thank you so much for joining me today and finishing the story of the day! Go! Thank you so much, I had so much fun. And I'm really happy with the endings of the game. Yeah, I rate this game 100 out of 10. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. Go! Thank you for hanging out with me as always. Daisuki yo minna! Go! And thank you for coming to stream and hanging out with me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you think so. I'm glad that you think so much. That makes me really happy. To hear that. I really enjoy voice acting, and it was actually a job that I used to have a while back. I used to voice act for a few small things and everything. So it's really fun to be able to actually do some voice acting and show you guys my skills. Alright, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for a collab. Alright, Daisuki yo! Minna! Go!